Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Pod Studio. I am so happy you are joining us today. My name's Alex, and I am here in the studio with my good friend and co-host, Emma. How are you doing today, Emma?
Hi, Alex. I am doing great, thank you. I am really excited about our topic today because it is something that happens to all of us every single day.
You are right. Today, we are talking about how stress affects our daily decisions. This is such a useful topic for English learners because we all have to make choices and we all feel stressed sometimes. Understanding the words to describe these feelings can really help you in real life.
Exactly. When we are stressed, we don't always think clearly. We might choose the wrong food, or maybe we say something we don't mean. Learning how to talk about these moments in English is a great way to improve your vocabulary and your confidence.
So, before we start our deep dive into the conversation, I want to invite all of our listeners to just relax. Don't worry about understanding every single word perfectly. Just listen to the flow of the conversation and try to pick up the main ideas. If you enjoy the show, feel free to tell a friend about Pod Studio later. But for now, just take a deep breath and let's get started.
That's a good idea, Alex. I think I need a deep breath too. My morning was a little bit chaotic.
Oh no, really? What happened? Did the stress start early today?
It really did. I woke up late because I forgot to set my alarm. When that happens, I start to feel a bit panicked. You know that feeling when your heart beats a little faster and you start moving too quickly?
I know it very well. We call that rushing around. When you are rushing around, you aren't really thinking, are you?
Not at all. And that is exactly where the bad decisions started. Because I was in a rush, I had to decide what to wear and what to eat for breakfast in about 2 minutes. Usually, I try to eat something healthy, like fruit or yogurt. But this morning, because I was stressed, I just grabbed a big chocolate biscuit.
A chocolate biscuit for breakfast. Well, it sounds delicious, but maybe not the best fuel for the day. Why do you think you chose that?
Well, I think when we are stressed, our brains want something fast and easy. I didn't want to think about peeling an orange or washing a bowl. I just wanted something that tasted good right now. Scientists actually say that stress makes us look for comfort. That means things that make us feel safe or happy for a short time.
That makes sense. Comfort food is a phrase people use a lot. It's the food you eat when you are tired or sad or stressed, like pizza or chocolate. It makes you feel better for a minute, but then you realize it wasn't a great decision for your health.
Exactly. And the decisions didn't stop at breakfast. When I got to the train station, I saw that my usual train was canceled. I had to decide, should I wait for the next train or should I take the bus?
That is a classic stressful situation. What did you do?
Well, because I was already feeling stressed from waking up late, I couldn't think logically. I just started walking. I didn't even check the bus schedule. I walked for 10 minutes before I realized that the bus station was in the opposite direction.
Oh, Emma. So you went the wrong way because you were too stressed to stop and look at a map?
Yes, that is a perfect example of how stress affects our decisions. It makes us lose our focus. Instead of stopping for 10 seconds to think, I just acted. I was acting on impulse.
Acting on impulse. That's a great expression. It means doing something without thinking about it first. It's like when you see a shirt in a shop window and you buy it immediately without checking the price or thinking if you need it. You just do it because of a feeling.
Yes, exactly. And stress is a very strong feeling. It pushes us to make those quick choices. Have you had any days like that lately, Alex?
Actually, yes. Last week at work, I had a very big project due. My boss kept asking me for updates, and my emails were piling up. When I say they were piling up, I mean the number of emails was growing, and I couldn't finish them all.
That sounds very overwhelming. Overwhelming is a big word, but it just means that something feels too much to handle, like you have too much work and not enough time.
That is exactly how I felt. I was completely overwhelmed. Because of that stress, I had to make a decision about which task to do first. But instead of picking the most important task, I spent 2 hours organizing my pens and cleaning my desk.
Wait, you cleaned your desk instead of doing the big project?
I did. It sounds silly, right? But I think I did it because the big project was too scary. Cleaning my desk felt like a small, easy decision. I could control my desk, but I couldn't control the big project.
I think many people do that. We call it procrastination, but in simple terms, it's just avoiding the hard stuff. When we're stressed, we often choose the easiest path, even if it's not the most helpful path.
You are so right. It's like my brain was trying to protect me from the stress of the project by giving me a different, easier job to do. But in the end, it was a bad decision because I still had to finish the project later and I had even less time.
It's a cycle, isn't it? Stress leads to a bad decision, and the bad decision leads to more stress.
It really is a cycle, and it affects how we talk to people too. Have you ever noticed that when you're stressed, you make quick decisions about what to say, and sometimes those words are a bit sharp?
Oh, definitely. When I'm stressed, I lose my patience. For example, if my roommate asks me a simple question like, "What is for dinner?" and I'm busy or stressed, I might snap at her.
Snap at someone. That's a very common phrase. It means to speak to someone in a quick, angry, or impatient way, usually without a good reason.
Yes, I might say, "I don't know, why are you asking me?" in a loud voice. Then, 5 minutes later, I feel terrible. I realize that I made a decision to be mean because I was feeling pressure. It wasn't her fault.
I think that happens to the best of us. In those moments, our emotional brain is taking over our logical brain. Our logical brain is the part that says, "Be kind, she's just asking a question." But the emotional brain, the one feeling the stress, just wants everyone to go away.
It's interesting how stress changes our personality in that way. It makes us more short-tempered. That basically means we get angry or annoyed very easily.
Exactly. And think about shopping. That is another area where stress really changes our decisions. Some people go stress shopping.
Oh, I am definitely a stress shopper. If I have a bad day at the office, I often go to the mall on my way home. I tell myself, I deserve a treat because today was hard.
I deserve a treat. That is the classic excuse, isn't it? You feel like you have suffered, so you decide to spend money to feel better.
But the problem is, the decision to spend money is based on an emotion, not a need. I might buy a new pair of shoes that I will never wear. Then, when the credit card bill arrives next month, I feel more stress.
It goes back to that cycle we talked about. It's funny how we think we're helping ourselves in the moment, but we're actually making things harder for future Emma or future Alex.
Future Emma is often very annoyed with past Emma, to be honest.
I think we should talk about how to make better decisions when we feel this way, because we can't always avoid stress. Life is busy, work is hard, and things go wrong. So what can we do?
Well, one thing I've started doing is the 10-minute rule. If I'm feeling stressed and I feel like I need to make a big decision, like buying something expensive or sending an angry email, I tell myself to wait 10 minutes.
10 minutes? That doesn't seem like a long time, but I guess it's enough to let the emotional brain calm down a bit.
It really helps. In those 10 minutes, I usually drink a glass of water or just walk around the room. Most of the time, after 10 minutes, I realize that the decision I was about to make was not a good one.
That is a very practical tip. I try to do something similar with lists. When I feel overwhelmed at work, I stop everything and write down every single thing I need to do. Just seeing it on paper makes it feel less like a big, scary cloud in my head.
Writing things down is so helpful. It's like taking the stress out of your mind and putting it on the paper. Once it's on the paper, you can look at it and say, okay, this is just a list of tasks. I can do one at a time.
Exactly. You are breaking it down. When you break something down, you take a big, difficult thing and turn it into small, easy parts. Choosing to do the smallest task first can give you a little bit of confidence.
I like that. It's like making a small, good decision to help you start making bigger, better decisions.
And what about the people around us? Do you think telling someone you are stressed helps you make better choices?
I think so. Sometimes, if I have to make a decision but I'm feeling stressed, I will ask a friend. I might say, "Hey, I'm feeling a bit stressed right now. Can you help me think about this?"
That is a great way to use your support system. Your friends or family aren't feeling your stress, so they can see the situation more clearly. They can be your logical brain when yours is a bit busy feeling panicked.
Exactly. It's okay to say, "I'm not in the right headspace to decide this right now."
Headspace. I love that word. It just means the state of your mind. If you are in a bad headspace, you are feeling tired, stressed, or unhappy. If you are in a good headspace, you feel calm and ready to work.
Right, and it's very important to recognize which one you are in. If I know I'm in a bad headspace, I try to avoid making any decisions at all until I feel better. I might just say, "Can I tell you my answer tomorrow?"
That is such a powerful thing to do. Many times we feel like we have to decide right now, but usually we can wait a few hours or a day. Giving yourself breathing room is so important.
Breathing room, that's another good one. It means giving yourself some time and space to think without pressure.
You know, Emma, I was thinking about how stress affects even small decisions, like what we watch on TV. Have you noticed that?
Oh, absolutely. When I am very stressed after a long day, I cannot watch a new movie that is very serious or complicated. I always choose the same comedy show that I have seen 100 times.
Me too. I think it's because we don't want to make the decision to learn a new story or worry about new characters. We want something predictable.
Yes, predictable means you know exactly what is going to happen. There are no surprises. When life is full of stressful surprises, a predictable TV show feels like a warm blanket.
It's another form of comfort, isn't it? It's not necessarily a bad decision, but it shows how stress limits our choices. We stay in our comfort zone instead of trying new things.
That is a very good point. Stress makes our world feel smaller. We stay with what we know because we don't have the energy to try anything else.
So, in a way, managing our stress is about keeping our world big. If we can stay calm, we can make decisions to meet new people, try new food, or take a new path in our career.
I love that idea, making decisions from a place of calm rather than a place of fear.
It's easier said than done, of course, but even just being aware of it is a big step. Like today, now that we've talked about it, I think the next time I feel stressed, I will pause and ask myself, am I making this choice because it's good or just because I'm stressed?
That's a great question to keep in your pocket. Is this a stress choice or a best choice?
Oh, I like that. Stress choice or best choice. That's very catchy.
Thank you. I just thought of it. But really, it's about being kind to ourselves. We're all going to make stress choices sometimes. We're going to eat the biscuit or snap at our friend or buy the shoes, and that is okay.
You're right. Being human means being a bit messy sometimes. The goal isn't to be perfect. The goal is just to understand ourselves a little better.
And to learn the English words to talk about it.
Exactly. Speaking of which, we've used some really great phrases today. I hope our listeners found them useful. Things like rushing around, acting on impulse, and breaking it down.
And don't forget headspace and breathing room. Those are very common in daily English conversation.
They really are. You'll hear native speakers use them all the time in the office or with friends.
Well, Alex, I feel much calmer now just talking about this. I think talking is a great way to reduce stress.
I agree. It helps to share the burden. Sharing the burden means sharing a heavy or difficult feeling with someone else, so it doesn't feel so heavy anymore.
That is a beautiful way to put it. Well, I think we have covered a lot today. We talked about food, work, shopping, and how to handle those moments when everything feels like too much.
We did. It was a very full conversation. I hope everyone listening at home or on their way to work feels a bit more relaxed now.
Yes, and I hope you feel ready to make some best choices today, not stress choices.
That is the perfect way to end. Thank you so much for talking with me today, Emma. It is always a pleasure.
Thank you, Alex. It was a lot of fun.
And thank you to all of our listeners. We really appreciate you spending your time with us here at Pod Studio. Remember, learning a language is a journey, and you are doing a great job just by listening and staying curious.
Keep practicing, keep listening, and don't be too hard on yourself if you have a stressful day. We all have them.
Very true. We will be back soon with another episode to help you with your English and share more stories. Until then, have a wonderful, calm day.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye.